Hi everybody, it's AJ back in Breaking Bad style hair, but what I wanted to make this video about was what I thought about the, last three episodes of Breaking Bad, and what I think what will happen next. Now, wow, those last two Breaking Bad episodes were insane. By the way, if you haven't seen the episodes or really watched all the episodes, you really don't want to watch this because I will be going crazy. And looking back on the last two episodes, so much happened. Walt again kept on Breaking Bad, as the show is named, and a lot is open for the next 8 episodes. There will be 8 more episodes left, and then the show will sadly continue. But I do like that. I do like that it's short because every scene almost builds up and happens for a reason. Every little thing they put in the show adds up, which is what I'm going to put into my decision in the next season, because I do think every little thing's going to add up, and I'm going to try to put that together into what I best think will be the story for the next season. Now, I'm going to say spoilers, so get out now if you don't. This is your final and first warning. Now, as of course, the second to last episode, Walt kills Mike. What else happens? Jesse quits, and Walt becomes basically the Gus he's always wanted to be. He gets his drug ring, and he gets people to sell it and mass produce it. Well, he mass produces it. And in the next step, but he kills Mike at the end because Mike gets busted because his lawyer, who's giving the money to shut up the 9 guys in jail, gets busted, and he needs to kill them, which he does in the next episode in a great scene where he watches his watch, and there's a great montage. And then in that following next episode, Walt actually for once manages to make money, and everything goes right in the meth business, which they show in a 5-minute montage of all the money they're making. And Walt makes a lot of money. I'd say $30 to $40 million. They show a pile of money, but basically you get the hint that he's filthy rich. You can leave a comment guessing how much money it was. I guess we'll never know. But just the development of everything that happened. So sadly, first of all, there's no Saul in these episodes. Well, there's a little bit of Saul in the second to last episode, but we never see Saul, because Saul is kind of dying here. He's not helpful. The guys can solve their own problems. He was like the problem solver. He's like the get out of jail free card, and now the guys are powerful. They're all powerful enough that they solve their own problems. They don't need Saul. They just need Saul if they get in jail, which doesn't happen that much because they're smart. Just Mike needed him. But we don't see Saul, so I miss Saul a lot. And Jesse is kind of out, and he gets bought out. He wants to leave like Mike does. And there's kind of this sad scene. Well, okay. And I do miss seeing Jesse, so I miss seeing 2 of those main characters. And Mike dies. Mike is definitely on most people's favorite character list, and Walt just kills him because Walt, just overcome by arrogance, just couldn't take it that Mike never said I'm sorry or anything, and shoots him. But you can tell that Walt still misses Jesse and visits him and does give him his money back, and Jesse was thinking about killing him as he took out the gun. And also there's another aborted killing when Walt first meets with Lydia, I believe that's her name, the only chick who's not Skylar Marie in the show. He meets with him. He almost riced her, but decided to keep her for the Czech Republic business that she indeed did help him out with. And it seems that at the latter end of this episode, after Walt clears everything up, you think he finally has all the loose ends. He's got Todd cooking for him now. You think, you're kind of thinking he tells Skylar at the end, I'm out. And I thought Skylar was going to die. I thought that was going to, because I was always thinking, if you've seen the Season 5, Episode 1, somehow he ends up in New Hampshire, with a New Hampshire license plate at least, buying a machine gun in a Denny's or IHOP. I think it's a Denny's, because that's the free birthday thing. And I forgot if there's any other facts that are really relevant. But he somehow ends up there, and he's going basically to a battle. Well, he needs a machine gun, so he needs something. But somehow everything lines up for that. And a big thing that I thought Skylar would be dead, and she could be dead. You don't know what's going to happen on this show. That's why you have no way of predicting it. Is that they make a point in the show that Skyler always does the bacon. In the first episode, she makes the bacon 50 for his birthday, and they make a huge deal about it that she makes the bacon 51 for his 51st birthday, and in that scene it's his 52nd birthday. And that is a big deal. So I definitely think Skyler will die. I think they showed that for a reason. Also, something I never thought of in the show was that Walt they've taken 2 scenes to show this, that Walt always puts the rice in underneath that he puts it in that outlet. He screws out the outlet, tapes it underneath it, and puts it back in. They take so much time to show it where he's hiding the rice in. I just feel that they're going to have some scene where that somehow gets unscrewed and Skyler smokes it as a cigarette or something really dumb, or somehow gets used, because I don't know. I just feel they make that too relevant a scene, and like, look at the little things. That book, which we'll get to, the book that Gale gave him, even became a huge deal. It actually became a monster twist. And obviously, of course, the end of season 8. Fuck. Okay. Oh, sorry guys, the thing went dark on me because I have poor settings on this computer. I gotta remember to move the mouse. The book that that Gale gave him, that the police figure out in season 4, or no, they figure out something else, is still in Walt's house, and Hank, in the last scene of season 8, finally realizes it. Now, this is kind of like a half-season ending. The last 2 seasons ended up in someone dying, and I definitely think, in my opinion, I really think Walt's got to die. Does Walt really make it out as the hero in this? It's tough to say, but I can almost guarantee that the show is Hank versus Walt. It's the back burners. It was the guy you rooted for, and maybe you're rooting for Hank now. Just how if you don't like Walt anymore, but they make Hank to look at like a pretty big jerk. So it's you pretty much, even if you don't like Walt, you probably don't like Hank either. But yeah, it looks like it's the showdown between them two. There's no other bad guys, really. Declan, I thought Declan could have possibly been a drug lord bad guy, but nah, they dealt. Gus is all they're going to deal with the drug lords. He was the kingpin, and he beat him. They don't need to have him getting rid of another drug lord. But yeah, so it definitely looks like it's going to be a showdown between them two. Now, what I thought was interesting, and I read this off forums, I didn't figure out, was that he read the book. Now, obviously, they set up the last scene, so Hank has finally had a little thought in his head, in his little minuscule brain, and Walt doesn't know. And they're at dinner, so hopefully the next episode starts exactly off at that scene, essentially, when Hank walks right back outside into the pool area, and probably confronts him about it, tries to beat Walt senseless, and Walt does a great job Bryan Cranston does a great job of acting like he doesn't know anything, because he's been doing that for 2 years, like a year basically, and we'll see. And I bet you, because somehow he's got to get away. He's not going to get arrested right now. He somehow gets away, but I think he gets away with saying that he read the book, and the initials say GB, but GB, there's Gail Bedecker, who obviously is the actual author of the book. If it's in season 4, episode 4, where they talk about that book, if you haven't seen that flashback scene or don't remember it, it's season 4, episode 4 is that exact scene. I believe it's like 20 minutes in. I went and rewatched it because I just wanted to make sure I formalized everything with that scene. But there's another character, called Gretchen Black, who's the wife of whatever Black, I don't even know his name, of who Walt and him co-founded the company, and he's a billionaire, but Walt got bought out and